So, hi everyone, welcome to Is This Speaker Working? I'm Darcy.
And I'm Daniel.
And we're here today with Bandit at Night and Day Cafe in Manchester. How are you doing?
Hello.
Stupendous.
Very good.
Okay, quite tired.
Yeah.
End of the tour. We're at that point.
Yeah.
But ready for a big last night.
Do you end up drinking on every night? Because it must be so exhausting if you drink. Because when you get to the end of the tour and you're drinking tea. Is that what it said?
You know what? I feel like I've actually been quite sensible on this tour. I feel like...
Yeah, same.
Says the one who was, thrown up in the back of the van on the way to Leeds.
How has the tour been? Has it been good?
Tour's been good. We've proper enjoyed it. And
It's been great.
We've had a proper good laugh. Met loads of boss people.
Yeah.
I've seen some great bands that come to support us.
It's been boss going back to cities that we've played before,
Yeah.
and then every time we go around as well, you see these friendly faces, and the rooms are getting busier and busier every time we go back to a different city. It's great. It's needed, isn't it? It kind of it's a kickstart of a reminder of why you do it.
And even when we've done the support tours and we've played these different cities, it's nice to see some of the people that we've seen at these gigs come to see us.
Yeah.
100% familiar faces.
Yeah, so what's it like being on tour together? Is it always fun in games, or, is it kind of get tough at times?
It's stressful when he's thrown up in a
It's
leaking! Get it out the window! No, it is a great laugh.
Yeah.
It is,
You know.
Yeah.
We've got stories that make your toes curl and things like that, but
And we're all huddled up in hotel beds together, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's more bonding, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a staff
Do
party.
you never get sick of each other?
I
all
think
the time.
tension rides high sometimes,
Yeah.
especially when you lack of sleep and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I bet.
And we are really good mates anyway.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's always helpful, definitely.
yeah, but it kind of peaks and troughs really of tension. Innit?
Yeah, but I think with any sort of relationship or friendship, you kind of realise when to give each other that space and when you need it. For the first 3 hours of any day, we probably won't speak to each other.
Yeah.
And when he's getting a bit antsy, I go, "Do you want a coffee?" Picks him up.
Well, that gives it a human aspect, I suppose, doesn't it? Because it's like you're friends. You may be in a band together, but you are friends, and you're not just in a band. You recently featured on Jack Saunders' Future Artists. How did that feel? How did that come around? How did it come about? How did it happen?
Well, Jack's been kind of supporting us for quite a while now.
Yeah, from the start, really. Yeah.
He's really, honestly, I probably look up to Jack Saunders. I think when he supports
Yeah.
bands like yourselves and smaller bands, it's really cool to see.
Like the modern day John Peel kind of character. He's great. He's been really supportive so far. I think you had a little chat with him when we got the Future Artists.
Yeah, he'd done a little interview with us.
Okay.
So it was nice to chat to him on the phone. He was like, I'll come see you, next time you're down in London, kind of thing. So, looking forward to meeting him. To be fair.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
A great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but he has been dead supportive, and it's kind of like an achievement. We were always from day one, I want to interview with Fred Perry. Number 2, I want to be on Radio 1. I want to play Glasgow. You know what I mean? And
we're just working down this tick list with childhood dreams.
Yeah,
and it's great.
Radio 1 sorted. So
Yeah, exactly.
We need more.
Yeah.
Which is good. That's good to have ambitions. It's like you want it to be a never-ending list of things you want to do, I suppose. You know, exactly. And as you get further on,
satisfied.
Yeah, just what you asked as well. Is there any specific tour stories you can give us? Anything that stands out that you're
Red Wine Gym.
Go on, what's that about?
We met this dude in Glasgow just before we were about to head back to the venue because we just had a little bit of tea and that. Yeah. And we were in this pub and this old dude comes up to us and he just went, "Lads, I must say, you look horrendous." Totty. And he was just a mad character.
Yeah, he kind of went round everyone, rinsed everyone round the table.
Oh God!
He said to me, he was like, "That's the worst haircut I've seen all week."
Really?
I like the trim. Is it weird? It's a mullet, right? I want to say
it's probably grown out a wee bit now.
I'd say call it a mullet because too many times at a festival. I don't know if you guys get it. So many people point out the mullet and walk past them, and they've always got sweaty hands at a festival. They always rinse it down for it. It's so bad every single time.
You must just have one of them face. I just snarl at people.
I just go, "Cheers, mate," and just act as if I'm not bothered.
I've got enough curl cream in mine, mate, so it'll get even sweatier on their hands if they dare touch it. You know what I mean?
So the curls are nice, to be fair. The curls are nice.
Smoothie in the knee.
No. So I just wanted to ask about a couple of your songs as well. So you got Ice Cream and Would You Push Me in the Nettles. They have nursery rhyme kind of in them. Is that intentional? If it is, what is sort of meaning behind that?
We kind of went through a bit of a phase, didn't we, where we were we just fucking watch musicals and we just we got a bit obsessed with these earworms and these hooks that.
It's sort of like melodies that you all know,
Yeah.
but you never go out your way to listen to.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of like, do you know what I mean? I've never gone out the way to listen to Teddy Bear's Picnic.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
But it's
we like kind of wrote this riff and like the first couple of notes were like, if you go, and it was like that was it. And
yeah,
we just
Yeah.
like,
and then we just rolled with that, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, some of these tunes are out like copyright, and we were just like, well, why don't we have a look at?
Yeah.
And everyone knows this. Let's make it eerie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sort of like a Bandit spin on it, don't you? And it's sort of like I know like in the bridges and stuff, it's kind of like eerie kind of vibes, which is cool. How was it to open up 110 Above Festival as well this summer?
It's
Oh,
good.
that
It was
was
weird
great,
playing
yeah.
in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
It was so hot.
oh, it was.
It was
wasn't
so sweaty. What a hot weekend.
Yeah.
But that was amazing. Like it was all the festival goers and the gig goers, like their committee, who voted for us out of
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
like
that
over
was-
1,000
yeah.
artists. I think.
Yeah. Nice.
That was awesome, wasn't it?
And it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great because it's one of our favourite festivals.
It
To
is
all
nice.
open it was brilliant.
I was going to say, because me and my friend were going to go this year, but we never ended up going, but we saw how hot it was, and we were kind of like, God, I'm glad we didn't go because it was so hot, but it's like you've got bands like Seagulls playing on smaller stages, it's absolutely insane, so
Yeah.
definitely could go next year, because I think it's mad,
Yeah.
and they've got, all these bigger bands on smaller stages, so yeah.
When we were playing, they were like, there was like a window or something, and it was just like beaming sunlight to one like
Jesus.
patch, and like everyone just avoided it.
Yeah, oh God, don't blame him,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're here in the Night and Day Cafe. I don't know if you've heard recently, but the Night and Day Cafe is having a bit of trouble with
Yeah,
closing.
we have, yeah.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on that? Because obviously, your biggest bands like United 75s, your Arctic Monkeys, they all started off in venues like these. To get to the stage they're at, they had to start off in venues, small venues. What's your opinion on, like, for example, the council closing down these venues? Because it's halting the progression of stars.
Yeah.
I mean, we shared this on our profile yesterday, didn't we?
We did,
Yeah, I
yeah.
saw that, yeah.
You know, like these venues are essential for any up and coming band, like they are. There's just no denying it, you know, in every
Yeah.
city.
Yeah.
But we're just in Liverpool, like where from. I've been there 8 years now, and like
Oh, they've all gone. Yeah, they've all
they're,
gone.
They're all slow.
For very similar reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a joke. It is a joke. It's just making it harder and harder to get into. It's like really
Exactly.
not that
It
accessible
is.
for like a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? You need to be in that crappy band when you're 14 and play
Yeah.
a venue. Do you know what I mean? Like we've all done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you kind of step up, and then you come through the venues like this.
Yeah.
And as soon as you take away that first step, it's just becoming more and more corporate from like a council point of view and from an industry point of view.
Yeah.
Or even getting rid of the venues in kind of that like smaller to medium tier, like
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Even in little towns, like, obviously, Darci, you're from Stoke.
Yeah.
You rely on little venues because there's not really any massive venues. There might be one or two. But
Yeah.
all these bands that come to small artists, like Stoke, it's not really out there, but a lot of Stoke people in Stoke rely on Stoke gigs to go to gigs and in these
Yeah.
small venues. So for all these small places like Manchester, not so much, but this is a legendary venue.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
this is-
So you need venues
I
like
was going to
this.
say, because like obviously like round from Stoke, it's like the first gig I ever went was to see the Magic Gang, and they played like a small venue in Stoke, and I just feel like because it's harder for me to travel to like say Manchester, Nottingham, whatever. Obviously not anymore, but because it is, it's I just sort of need more venues.
100%.
So if you could describe Bandit in 3 words to someone who's never listened to you before, what 3 words would you choose and why?
nah, and Ev.
Tough one.
That's quite a difficult one. I would go for, you always like the word dark.
I do. I always like the word dark.
And that fits though, to be fair, like with your music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said we were thrashy the other day.
Thrashy.
Thrashy.
Dark.
They were like, oh, you're not as glittery indie as I thought you were going to be. So
Right.
thrashy, I was like, okay.
I would say we're on the dark side of the indie spectrum, me. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Go on, go on.
Indie thrash grunge.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go with
Are
that.
you going with
I'll
that?
second that.
I don't want to go
Yeah.
into the whole like, energetic bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
So is there any bands you look towards, like, being them? I'm not being them because you want to be your own band, obviously, but is there any bands to take inspiration from?
I think we all have our own individual influences and stuff like that, and you know, something for you might be different, completely different.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, you
I'll
might-
probably listen to stuff that he hates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will incorporate
Exactly,
parts
that's
of that.
what
And it's like,
Difference.
I think that's what makes a good band, isn't it? If
Yeah.
you're all just like,
Absolutely.
if you all just liked one band and tried to be that band, it's never.
No, I know.
Yeah.
So we try and pull influences from everywhere.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, I kind of like went for a bit of a grungy phase when I was like, you know, I started off listening to like Oasis and the Arctic Monkeys and stuff, and then I went through grunge, and I was like, you know, I like the distorted kind of vibe. I like to be a bit heavy and a bit punky, you know. And then I was going into like the Strokes and stuff, and then there was like Fontaine's DC Idols, and they were like, you know, they're a bit more like spoken wordy and stuff like that. But then there's also bands like Cage Elephant and Growlers, which were like this American, like, you know, so it's like different melodies ever so slightly and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a few bands for me.
So speaking of aspirations, what's next for the band after tonight? If you can say anything.
We keep it rolling. We keep going.
Keep going. Momentum.
We have Paris next week.
We do. More new music. You know,
massive.
What, Paris?
Yeah. Just being able to travel like that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, I have to admit.
Yeah, no, we are looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, being sat there with our little Vogue cigarettes and berets.
A croissant and a coffee.
Yeah.
Still expecting an Instagram post.
Oh god, yeah. So generic. We'll have a little kiss under the Eiffel Tower.
You can do if you want.
Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it.
No worries, thank you.
Is this speaker working? We will certainly see tonight.